and those places, and everybody's friendly and everybody speaks to you. And so that is interesting. So I do that. Use my podcast now today. Try to open up doors through that. We'll see how that works. Maybe that's the reason this is the driest place around when it comes to people claiming to know God. 60 some percent of the people in Madison County and Richmond and Berea claim that they have no religious affiliation, where it's reversed in the surrounding counties. 60% of the people claim a religious affiliation. So that may be why, because they aren't open to anything here. And so God bless us if we can reach any of them. And so in verse 28, as I continue, and the damsel ran and told them of uh, his mother's house these things. And Rebekah had a brother, and his name was Laban. And Laban ran out unto the man, even unto the well. He wished he had gotten there, so he could have gotten the nose ring and the bracelets first. He was lazy. He was down in the basement playing video games, right? Genesis chapter 24, verses 28 and 29. There, right here, let me warn you to keep your eye on Uncle Laban. He will bear watching at this point from here on. He was greatly impressed by material things. Notice what happens. You notice the difference between Rebecca and Laban. Her not thinking much of material things, her wanting to give more than without any thought of receiving. But Uncle Laban, he's not going to give unless you give him something in return. And so Laban, Chuck Smith says Laban was greedy, to say the least. And so that concludes that section. Now we're going to move on to the next section, which is section verses 30 and 31. And so, verse 30. And it came to pass when he saw the earring and the bracelet upon his sister's hands, and when he heard the words of Rebekah his sister, saying, thus spoke the man unto me, that he came unto the man, and behold, he stood by the camels at the well. Genesis chapter 24 and verses 30. The servant just uh, waited out there at the well to see whether anyone would come out and lead him into the home of Rebekah, whether he really uh, had a welcome or not. Believe me, when old Laban saw those rings, he knew it was a very wealthy guest. Uncle Laban is not one to miss a deal. If you doubt that, ask Jacob later on. Jacob found out that Uncle Laban was a real traitor. In fact, he was a better trader than Jacob was. So Laban went out to welcome the servant. Verse 31. And he said, come in, thou blessed of the Lord. Wherefore standest thou without? For I have prepared the house and a room for the camels. Genesis chapter 24 and verse 31. Even old Laban recognized the fact that there was the living God, the creator, the one God. Verse 32. And the man came into the house and was ungirdled, uh, and he ungirdled his camels and gave straw and provender for the camels and water to wash his feet and the men's feet that were with him. Again, we have this foot washing ceremony. Note that there are quite a few men who have come with this servant. The servant is entering uh, uh, royally in this home. Uncle Laban sees to that. And so that ends this section. And Now we go on to the next